The video opens with the familiar Global Bike Buzz intro, upbeat music rolling in as the camera pans across city streets and countryside roads. Then the spotlight comes in on the brand new 2026 Honda CG150, the bike standing proud under perfect daylight, ready to be explored from every angle. The host greets the audience warmly, welcoming them back to the channel and introducing the star of today's review, the much-anticipated new generation of Honda's CG150. This motorcycle has a long history of being a trusted partner for commuters, small businesses, and riders who need a reliable and affordable machine. For decades, the CG line has carried the reputation of being durable, simple, and economical, and the 2026 edition aims to push that legacy forward with subtle upgrades, refreshed styling, and improved refinement without stepping away from the core values that made it so popular. The host explains that today's deep dive will cover its design from every angle, its new details, how the engine feels, the performance on real roads, what kind of value it delivers for the price, and ultimately whether this is the right motorcycle for you in 2026. The video begins with a close-up on the front profile of the bike. The camera circles around slowly, showing the sharper headlamp unit that now carries a modern edge compared to previous models. It still retains a traditional look, keeping that timeless simplicity riders love, but the lines have become crisper. The halogen headlight has been redesigned with better light spread, framed by more angular housing that gives the bike a slightly sportier character without making it intimidating. Just below, the front fender looks tighter and cleaner, painted in glossy finish to match the bodywork. The forks remain telescopic, a tried-and-true setup, but Honda has refined their travel and stiffness to absorb potholes better on urban roads. The turn signals remain bulb-type, rugged and affordable to replace, ensuring practical ownership without unnecessary complexity. From the side, the CG150 silhouette carries that classic commuter DNA, with a compact stance and a low seat height that makes it friendly for a wide range of riders. The tank has been reshaped slightly, with a more sculpted design that not only looks better but also helps the knees grip more naturally during rides. The capacity remains generous for a 150cc class commuter, and the decal work is clean, minimal, yet modern, giving it a more premium appearance. The frame is still the diamond tube steel structure that guarantees strength and longevity. Side covers are slimmer, integrating neatly into the overall profile, while the exhaust receives a minor update with a matte black heat shield and a slightly more refined end cap. The engine casing is left visible, giving the motorcycle that raw mechanical feel, something Honda has always done well in this category. As the camera shifts towards the back, the review points out the sturdy grab rail that is both practical for pillion riders and useful for tying light cargo. The rear lamp cluster keeps its rectangular theme, staying loyal to simplicity, but the lens has been made slightly sharper for a cleaner appearance. The mudguard remains long enough to provide good protection against water spray, a must-have for daily riders in all weather conditions. The twin rear shock absorbers are again highlighted, painted in black, delivering a comfortable ride while being strong enough for loads and rougher conditions. Honda has kept things functional. This is a bike meant to last years of hard work, not just look pretty in a showroom. Now attention shifts to the heart of the machine, the engine. The 2026 Honda CG150 continues with its single-cylinder, air-cooled, 4-stroke motor. It displaces 149cc and runs with a simple carburetor setup in some markets while others may get fuel injection depending on regulations. The power output hovers around 14 horsepower, with torque figures that deliver smooth pull from low RPMs. This engine is not designed to be a speed demon, but rather a trusted workhorse that keeps running with minimal maintenance. The host explains how Honda has worked on refinement, reducing vibration slightly with better engine mounts and internal balancing, making longer commutes less tiring. The 5-speed gearbox engages cleanly, with well-spaced ratios that give enough flexibility for city riding as well as occasional stretches on the highway. When it comes to performance, the CG150 shines in areas that matter to everyday riders. Acceleration is predictable and steady, perfect for navigating traffic without stress. The bike feels nimble thanks to its lighter-weight construction, allowing riders to maneuver through narrow streets with ease. At around 115 to 120 km per hour top speed, it has just enough performance for highway use when needed, though its comfort zone is truly in the 60 to 90 km per hour range where it feels planted and smooth. Fuel economy is one of its strongest suits, with figures often reaching 40 to 45 km per liter, depending on riding style and conditions. This makes it one of the most cost-effective options in the 150cc segment. The suspension, while simple, offers a balance between firmness and comfort. The front telescopic fork and rear twin shocks may not be as advanced as monoshock setups, but they are easy to maintain and well-tuned for daily use. Braking is handled by a disc at the front and a drum at the rear, keeping things straightforward. The front disc provides solid bite and progressive feel, while the rear drum remains effective and extremely reliable. The wheels are spoked in most trims, continuing that rugged character, though alloy versions may be available in some markets. Tires are practical sizes, ensuring affordability when replacements are needed. On the seat, riders will find an upright and relaxed position. The saddle is wide enough for comfort yet low enough that riders of different heights can plant their feet securely. This accessibility has always been a key reason why the CG series is so beloved. The pillion seat is flat and supportive, with enough space for short to medium journeys with a passenger. Honda hasn't complicated the ergonomics. Everything is positioned naturally, from handlebars to foot pegs, creating a stress-free experience. As for prices, the 2026 Honda CG150 continues Honda's philosophy of affordability. Depending on the market and trim level, it's expected to be priced competitively between entry-level 125cc commuters and the more premium 160cc offerings. This positions it perfectly for buyers who want something a bit stronger and more durable than a 125, but without paying the extra premium for higher displacement machines. The bike promises low running costs, with widely available spare parts, proven reliability, and strong resale value thanks to Honda's reputation. The host summarizes the review by emphasizing what makes this motorcycle special. The CG150 is not about flash or high-end features. It's about trust, economy, and utility. The 2026 update keeps it fresh, slightly more refined, and better looking, but it never strays away from the reason it exists: to give riders a dependable machine that works every day, year after year. For commuters, small business owners, or anyone needing a tough and economical partner on two wheels, the new CG150 stands as one of the most sensible buys of the year. The outro rolls in with the bike parked against a sunset backdrop, the host thanking the viewers for staying with Global Bike Buzz. Viewers are reminded to like, subscribe, and comment with their thoughts on the 2026 Honda CG150, whether they see it as their next ride, or whether they believe